All right, we're back out here this morning. Brought the sheep's foot compactor for when we start moving dirt, which may be later today or tomorrow. Go down here and grab the 220, clean up some of this brush over here, start taking some more trees down. Should have a log truck coming this afternoon. We'll get a load of that, start getting some wood out of here, and finish getting that corner cleared so we can start piling all this brush up back there out of the way, so we can then start cutting dirt from over there and getting this section right here filled in. All right, back here at the back now. Take some more stuff down. Trying to pile some stuff up, make a little more room to take more trees down. Once I get this area cleared, I can start another brush pile right there. Get the rest of that stuff out of the front. Right now, if I bring it up here, I'm taking up all my room to work, so I got to clear a little bit more, open up some more room, then clean up everything over there. So I've got a pretty good sized pile right there. You can see all that, it's been cleared. That lower pile, that's got to come up here so we can fill that section in. I got to clear this because we're going to cut this ridge out. Got a lot of dirt from here. Tops out. To this side, we can cut a couple more logs out of that. Make that a little easier and just chop the top out of that one and that one. Drop all these little trees. Try to open up a little more room. Drop these bigger ones to my right. And I pile the brush up over here, and this is musical chairs until you get some room to be able to work right. I like to burn back here because I have that old brush pile that we piled up when we originally expanded the lot. Nice and dry, and should definitely get a good fire going whenever it rains again, which, looking at the 10-day forecast, doesn't show anything, so I think we're going to be good on moving dirt for a little while. coming up. Alright, timber. Just gonna keep working on taking all these little trees out. Make our way back. I'm just gonna leave those hanging in the treetops right now. Get a couple more down. Go from there. So I'll stack this one up, grab that other one, and just keep laying them all up. Well, that one fell over. Alright, getting some more of this stuff cleaned up. Robert got all that cut up. And we are playing the log truck shuffle. Well, who's going to come get that? That's not going to work for a chipping saw. It is too crooked. That is way too crooked. Pulp wood it is. Smacked the crap out of that tree. Almost, but didn't. Get this stuff down, we'll have room to pile up brush. And start moving some dirt. Timber! Come on, you can fall. Fall! Snap that one off. That was junk. Finally got the chainsaw sharpener set up at the house. Robert, you know, he was a machinist for 14 years. He's pretty good at that stuff. He got it set up, tuned in, and it sounds like he's very happy with the way the chains are cutting now. So that's going to be nice that he can sharpen them. I've just never had good luck. Probably because I have the patience of a 2-year-old. I sit there and get them too hot, burn the ends of them, don't get the angles right. It's very hard for me to sit down and just do something like that. I just got too much going on. It's hard for me to focus. 50,000 other things I need to be doing. But he can sit there, zone out, get that done. It's gonna work good. It's gonna have some nice sharp chains to work with. Drag these out. Let's cut up. moved over so I can work on that while he cuts these up. I don't know where he went. Rocky. Alright, more. Well, that's what I like about Robert. I tell him we need to take the tailgate off the truck, and I come up here and the tailgate's off the truck. And you move it out of the way now. Alright, time to clean up all the trees we just cut up. Robert backing over here with the off-road truck. Load pulpwood into it. Took the tailgate off it. Well, he took the tailgate off of it. Now that he knows how it works, he was able to do it by himself. I'll go and probably take one more pass of trees down. Then we'll have room to start dumping brush. Clean up our area up front so we can start moving dirt. sometimes it's hard to tell if you measured it or not as a log or cut it as a piece of pulpwood. I think that will make it as a grade log. Look at that one right there and measure it and see. Log truck driver. Alright, log truck is on the way. He said he'd be here in about 2 hours. And don't be dumb. Lost one. Pretty good load. I'll let him go dump that. Get some more. Alright, let's get some logs out of here now. bunch of them too. As much as we can on here to get rid of this stuff. Since all of these went bad, sitting here on our trip, they get to go as bubblewood now too. road heading out. Made a little bit more room up here, but not a whole lot. I think we've done cut that much today. So let me get the rest of the stuff stacked up and we're probably gonna get out of here. All right, got those logs loaded out and everything else stacked up. Got a pile of stumps right here. I'm gonna go ahead and load a couple loads of that. Take it to the back. We'll finish cleaning up those logs tomorrow. And haul the rest of this brush back there so that we can start cutting some more dirt off that hillside and hauling it over here beside the house and putting that in place. Better just with these stumps gone out of the front yard. Well, it was another good day today. We've got a lot of trees cleared back there in the back. Load of wood out. Probably an overload of, more than a load of wood cut and brought up here. And more back there in the back. Started loading this stuff out right here. We get all this cleaned up in the morning, start hauling dirt. We'll scratch all that stuff down, see if we can't start filling that in some more over there.